Welcome back. It is time for the logic puzzles. It is time probably to get our asses handed to us, and by asses I mean ass, because I only have one. Let's hop right in. Because it's Sunday, and these are notoriously hard, and by notoriously, I mean I've done one Sunday's worth, so they have been hard 100% of the time for me. I'm going to set myself a soft 10 to 15 minute cap on these. And by soft, I mean, there's a lot of by that I mean, if 10 minutes comes by and we're still making good progress, I'll keep going. If we've been staring at nothing for 10 minutes, I'm going to cut it short and say, good try. Let's hop right in to the fields. So there are no what would we like to call them, mystery boxes. So because of that, we don't have to think about what can reach from across the room. That is a blue, because none of the greens can reach, and none of the greens can reach that. Let's say, for example, the 4 was here. That would mean here. Could this... it could. It really could. It really could come in and save the day, couldn't it? So, let's hold off. Hold off on that suggestion. We have let's look at this as an opportunity and not a terrible thing here. So in any, actually the 8 can go very far. Let's see how far. It can go incredibly far. Okay, so we have these two down. Could it be here? We're testing this one. Interesting. So it would have to be this. We have to do that. And there's no way for the 8 to hop right on in there. There's no way for the 8 to do it. So what we learned just now is that this is green, and it's not. I think we learned that this is green. And it can't be this green. It can't be this green. So somehow the 8 has to come that way, right? And that would be 8. So the 8 has to come that way. Furthermore, the 8 is either here or there to fill it out, right? So we can say for sure that these are all blue. Okay, that's a really big find. These are green, so that's green. So this is blue. These are green. I'm very excited. That's green. And because this green is here, we know that the 8 actually goes that way. Now, that has to come out. This has to come out. That has to be green. We're making phenomenal progress. So, interesting. So imagine the green is here. We would need these. And the only place for the blue to continue on is this. But that's impossible because we'd have an orphaned green, I think is what they call it. So in fact, this is green, that's blue, that's blue, that's blue. This is green. These are all green. Wow, what a great puzzle. This has to escape. That has to be blue, but it can't be this blue, so that's green. So that's blue and that's green. This is blue to escape. This is green to escape. This is blue to escape. Now, we can have a maximum of 6 greens here, so these two definitely have to be green. And they can go one further, but not two further. So, yep, that's too many. So we know this green, this blue, is actually not this blue. It is this blue. We know that the furthest this green has to escape. This one couldn't even get up there if it wanted to, so that's green. That has to connect somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So the farthest it can go is here. Excuse me, I might sneeze. Excuse me. I cannot believe we are actually considering solving this. How many? We need 4 more. And we need 3 more. Can I? Oh, not that. I mean, I do really like that. So our assumption here is these 3. And I'm just gonna work that out, see how that sort of plays out. We'd have to connect this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 2 more. We can't connect that, so that would be here. And okay, so we couldn't do this. It would block. So it would be this, 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 this. Yeah, we did it. That's really something special. Just kidding. We didn't do it. Let me just check. No. Oh, thank God. I hit the undo button instead of the back. And for that, I apologize. Let me just... I feel like maybe I snuck in a guess there that I wasn't supposed to. Alright, so here's the guess. We do these 3. Let's see what that forces. We can't... This can't be green. Right, it would just have to go all the way around. So this is blue. This has to be green. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in theory. So that's definitely blue. There's no other way to get the 8 to work besides doing this. And yeah, then we'd be stuck. Okay, so it is not those 3. That was a lot of work just to rule out that one specific scenario. Now that I'm thinking about it, that was quite an endeavor. Let me just do a quick check here. Could this one be right? No. Actually, it might be able to be right. I'll have to figure out which one my assumption was actually, because I totally forget. Couldn't be this, because that would block it in. Actually, before, I'm gonna hit the undo button just to keep me closer. So that would be blue. That would be green. That would be blue, 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 blue. Blue, blue. Green, green. Yep, green, green. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we need one more. We did it. Somehow we did it just in 10 minutes. Okay. Wow, that was ideal. A little bit of guesswork, but it was more of like testing, in my opinion. We had done a lot of things logically. Let's get stars going. This has potential to be terrible. We have Word hopping right in, by the way. This is a fun song if you like that. Okay, we can't have one here. Good, and not here, and not here, and not here. Tell us more. So yeah, good. We have them right where we want them. We definitely have one down here. Okay, this is scary, but they all are scary when you really think about it. It's a terrible sound for a song. So let's think. Alright, so check this out. If this is here, so it's not here, so it's one of these. Is that allowed? Yeah, it would be like this. One of these. It would be this for sure. One of these. I know we're doing guessing right off the bat. But actually, I don't really mind. Sometimes an early guess just gets us like a vibe. We can follow the vibe. It wouldn't be here. We would have one up here. If we solve it off this, I'm gonna be upset, of course. Just because it wouldn't be a deserved solve. It's not here because one's in there. It would be here and here. I'm hoping this doesn't work out. Secretly also hoping it does work out. There needs to be one in these two, so it's not in there. Oh, yep, it doesn't work out. Right, because you would need one here. Now this feels like something where I actually made a mistake somewhere and I'm gonna realize that I couldn't rule out that one. But it does all seem... Did it seem forced? Yeah, so let's just say it's not that. Just to see if that can't help our solve. So that does force this one. And it removes this from the equation. It removes these from the equation. Super lucky if true. Removes these from the equation. Removes this from the equation and forces this one. Forces this one. It's already happening too quickly to feel comfortable. So it forces this one. Forces this one. Miracles have happened before, but never feels right. Would be this one and not this one, so it would be this one. If ruling out this one solved the entire puzzle, I would be flummoxed. I would be beside myself. And there it is. It didn't actually. So we messed it up. Okay. We have 4 minutes. Oh, come on. We have 4 minutes to figure out what we did wrong. Alright, so here and here. Now, which one did we just test? Did we test this one? Alright, we're testing this one. Alright, we're doing it again. Because something had to be there. I was really enjoying myself there. It wouldn't be here or here. So it would be here, not here. So here, not here, so here. I think these are all logical. But I'm moving so fast, it's impossible to tell. Because I'm just so fast in general. That's here, so it's not here. Not here. So it's in one of these, it's in this one. It's in this one. It's in here. So it's not that one. This seems like a different path than the last path we were on. We have one here and one here. So it's not there. It's not there. It's here and not there. So it's not there because of that. So it's there and not there. So one's here. One's here. One's here. So for sure. Oh, it could be both down here. No, it couldn't be. If it was both down here, then it would require one right here, which wouldn't be possible. So one's up here, one's down there. So that means this is out of the question. Tell me more. This we should look at. Oof. All you can say in these moments is just oof. Because it's all happening too easily. Now we have free spots. And by the way, actually, before I say anything, I'm going to pause and not say anything. What a phenomenal thing we have here. Okay, what I'm gonna say is that it wasn't totally guessing. It wasn't totally guessing. All right, so it was lucky. So here's what happened. Let's recap. I said, let's try this spot. Maybe it was this spot. I said, let's try it. And I mistakenly thought that this was impossible. So when I went to do it, to mark it off, to exclude it, it turned out that excluding it was impossible. So then I marked it back in and was maybe a little more careful with the logic, even though I whipped through it. And that one being confirmed true made it all fall into place with logic, I think. So it was sort of just like, let's see what happens if this one isn't the case. And that was a contradiction, or led to a contradiction or something. And so then it was the case, so we tried that and it worked. So lucky that, I mean, maybe it was lucky that I just tried that one. Maybe some of the puzzles you just have to, maybe there was more logic we could have done first before the let's try this. But after we made the first single guess, barring the first mistake, we guessed that we could exclude it. It wasn't possible, so we included it, and the rest is history. The rest was logical. More or less. Okay, here we are. Clues by Sam. Tina says, only one of the 3 criminals neighboring Uma is to the right of Vince. Here's Uma. There's 1 criminal here. So, one of the criminals is here. So Olive, I'm going fast. 3 criminals neighboring Uma. Only one of them is here. So Olive is a criminal, Phil is a criminal. We got it. Both criminals in row 2 are connected, so there are 2 criminals in total. There's an odd number of criminals to the right of Vince. We have 1, can't have 3, so Wanda is innocent. Okay, so there's an equal number of criminals in 2 and 5. We know that there are 2 criminals in row 2. There are 2 criminals in row 5. We only have 1 accounted for, so Vince is a criminal. That's good. And there is an odd number of criminals to the right of Vince. We just did that. An odd number of innocents on the edges border Tina. We have 1 innocent, 2 innocents. We need a 3rd innocent, so Uma is innocent. David has only 1 innocent neighbor. Let's find David. Only 1, you say? And both criminals in row 2 are connected. So all that's to say, nope, it's not to say much. Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, so 1 innocent neighbor. Let's pick Chase as the innocent neighbor. That's fine. Hilda and Katie are connected and criminals. Let's pick Hilda as the innocent neighbor. Impossible, because Katie would be a criminal not connected to the other criminal. It's impossible for Hilda to be innocent. Hilda is a criminal, is what I'm saying. So we also know that Chase and Katie are a 1 and 1 pair. There's an odd number of criminals in the corner. So there's 1. Okay, real quick, because both criminals and Rotor are connected, Freya is innocent. And this is, I hate to do this, this is also a pair with Katie. Gary and Chase are the same. They both alternate with Katie. Only one of the 5 criminals neighboring Hilda, here, is in column B. Okay. So we're gonna do, actually we're gonna switch this to green. Oh, nope, we're gonna switch this to, that always gives me a heart attack. Orange. So what we're gonna do is the old technique. Only one of the 5 criminals neighboring Hilda is in column B. Let's imagine it's Gary. So Chase is also a criminal. Katie is innocent. One, two, three, four. We would need another criminal, and it would have to be David. Okay? If Gary is a criminal. If Gary is the criminal. If the criminal is Nicole, Gary must be innocent. Katie must be criminal. Chase must be innocent. 1, 2, 3. And then David is criminal once again. Right, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, actually. Yes. Because you'd have 1. Okay, so I think David was criminal in the first one. He's criminal then. Let's do the final case. If Bonnie is criminal, Gary is innocent. Of course, Nicole is innocent. Chase is innocent. Katie is criminal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and David is criminal. So David is a criminal. David is a criminal. It sounds like a criminal based on what we know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is possible. All right, only one of the 4 criminals neighboring Gary. Where's Gary? Get him. Okay, here. Is to the right of Amy. So that means, oy, we got another orange. We have Bonnie and Katie, and Gary and Chase are the same. Check this out. Hilda has 5 criminals neighboring. We have 1, 2, 3 already, and then we definitely have 2 based on how this plays out for the 5. So Nicole is innocent. Yes, very good. So let's revisit. Only one of the 4 criminals neighboring Gary is to the right of Amy. So we have 1, 2, 3, and Larry is a criminal. Nope, I can't believe that. Let me try that again. 1 criminal. Amy could be a criminal. That's my apologies. So we have 1, 2, 3, and Amy or Larry. No, let's do. All right, that's my fault. I didn't think about Amy. Column A is the only column with 2 criminals. We have 1 here, so Ronald is innocent. We might have. believe it or not, we have more to say. We have Katie, because column A is the only one with 2 criminals. We know that Chase and Javi and Katie and Zed are also 1-1s. Let's see what else we can do before. Oh man, 7 criminals on the edge. We have 1. We have, oh my god, no, we don't. Alright, we have 1. We're running out of colors. We have 2 criminals here. Okay, so, alright. Chase or Javi is a criminal. Katie or Zed. So we have 1, let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where am I missing? Sorry. 7 criminals on the edge. We have 1 here. We have 2. We have 3. We have 4. We have 5. We have 6. Bonnie must be a criminal. So Katie's a criminal. So Javi's a criminal. So Chase is innocent. So Gary's innocent. So Zed is innocent. Column A is the only one with 2 criminals. Steve is innocent. There are 7 criminals on the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Column A has 2 criminals. Good. Both criminals in row 2 are connected. Good. There's an odd number of criminals in the corner, so Amy's the criminal, Larry is innocent, and we got it done. This Sunday was tough, but not impossible. I did make one mistake, not counting Amy as a possible criminal or a possible whatever, in terms of Gary's neighbors. Very exciting. What a day. I went into Sunday. I've been going into Sunday ever since last Sunday, which was the first Sunday for these puzzles. I've been thinking about this Sunday as going to be an insurmountable task. But not alas, really, because it's a good thing. But lo and behold, we got it done. We got it done, and we spent 30 minutes on it. So even within my timeline, I didn't have to grant any extensions. Very happy about this. It's getting a little late. Got to get these rendering. So I will see you in the next one. And I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. Really having fun with these. Encourage you to start playing them if you haven't played them before. If you want. Okay. It's been a pleasure. Bye.